Watch the premiere of Women in Prison tonight.
I say fire, fire, fire. Fire on the wire to set them soul on fire. Brimstone on fire.
There is freedom within. There is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost, but you'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win.
Hold up. I'm a Mercedes man, a late 80s man. I guess you could call me the perennial ladies man. Got some really rich friends, and they all really like me cause I really pitch trends. Sometimes when I'm bored, I kick it with dumb folk. They all really hate me like rotting egg yolks. I love to rub it in because I'm not a proper fit for your world of bullshit.
Welcome to the next level.
Ready to file.
Sydney, what's
and it will be biblical.
biblical?
A disaster of biblical proportion.
What do you mean, biblical?
What he means is Old Testament, Mr. Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff.
Exactly.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies.
There it is again, Artie. I tell you, something's on fire.
Sure is. I guess they named it Brimstone for a good reason, huh?
A foul odor drifted through Southern California today. The rotten egg smell spread across the region from the Inland Empire to the Los Angeles Basin and into the San Fernando Valley. KCAL 9's Art Barron is live in Mission Hills with more on the search for what's causing it. Art.
Absolutely, Lena, and I checked with the AQMD this afternoon, and listen to this. You're right. Folks from Palm Springs all the way to the Simi Valley could smell it, and they describe it as a rotten egg smell, you know, like a sulfur-type smell, and a thick haze accompanied it. As a matter of fact, as you look right behind me, you could barely see those mountains this morning, but the haze has since dissipated. But I'll tell you, this morning, the smell was so bad, it kept many folks inside.
It's very bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fifth grader Stephen Meza left Osceola Street Elementary School early today. He has asthma.
We're taking him home, giving him some medicine, and let him rest, and try to get him out of the smell yet. So.
People who live in Sylmar really noticed the morning stink. Stephen said children at the school were kept inside.
They told us to stay indoors and not to turn on the air conditioning so the smell won't get into our rooms.
LAUSD never closed schools, but allowed them to implement a so-called rainy day schedule to keep children inside. From up above, the blanket of brown haze reduced visibility. The South Coast Air Quality Management District received more than 200 complaints about the rotten egg smell from the Coachella Valley to the San Fernando Valley.
Well over 100 miles. This is very unusual to have an odor reported over such a wide area.
It's still a mystery. but is investigating whether the smell is that of a fish kill coming all the way from the Salton Sea.
Like, it didn't hurt my throat, or it didn't burn my eyes, or it didn't, it was just like, oh my goodness, what is that?
There are no reports of any illness, and this is what we're getting from the LA County Department of Health. And right now, we're just realizing that this smell really kept so many people inside. They want to know the source. Where did it come from? At this point, it's not officially known, but of course, the officials are checking into all of this. That's the very latest. We're live in Mission Hills. Art Barron, KCAL 9 News.
Rotten smell.
What's the source of this foul odor?
Everybody wants to know where the odor's coming from.
The South Coast Air Quality Management District dispatched inspectors to investigate the cause of the stench that had a lot of people talking.
What did you smell?
It smelled like sewer, kind of like swamp.
It's like a fertilizer, kind of smelly like that.
And others described it as a strong, foul, rotten egg sulfur odor.
Sulfur! Sulfur. Sulfur.
How much of your waking time is spent thinking about my hot piss running onto your face?
Come on! That's where your face goes. Satan is waiting to explode with the load.
You don't deserve to receive my fluids. What do you think you've done to merit that for yourself? Basically nothing. You are basically nothing. You really don't even deserve to swim in my piss water, much less receive it. You really don't even deserve to swim in my piss water. 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 Swim in my piss water.
I couldn't believe it came into the house and just filled the room.
The storm blew in dust and a bad smell from the southeast, near the area where last month hundreds of earthquakes shook the city of Brawley. The USGS says it's unlikely earthquakes are the cause.
We really don't have a correlation between smells and earthquakes. I mean, I suppose if you stir up enough odd sediment in the Salton Sea, you might get something, but it seems much more likely that it's connected to the unusual weather, being able to blow the smells up from the Salton Sea.
The Salton Sea Authority agrees. They say it's possible the strong winds churned up the bottom of the hot sea.
It'd be like sort of like a tea kettle. As it starts boiling, it releases chemicals in the bed, the lake bed that come up, and that's normally like methane gas that's generated from anaerobic conditions. And so you get this smell, which is a naturally occurring thing.
Hold that! Now just hold it!
This is the stupidest damn thing I've heard of yet.
But people we've talked to say it's never been this bad.
I've lived here 16 years, and I know that people say they smell the Salton Sea, but I've never really been overwhelmed by it, but it was overwhelming.
Not that degree, and not that quickly, and not that dirty. I mean, everything was really dirty, really fast. It's kind of like the debris matched the smell when we got up.
The Salton Sea Authority says they have never seen the smell from the lake make its way out this far west.
Maybe the poor Salton Sea is getting blamed for something that it's not.
Fire and brimstone, as harsh as the earth storm. Fire and brimstone, as hot as the earth's sun. Fire and brimstone, as harsh as the earth's storm. Fire and brimstone, as hot as the earth's sun.
It said that San Francisco, which is one of the most wicked cities in the world, by the way, smells like rotten eggs and sulfur. And none of the experts, none of the scientists, none of the environmentalists, no one can explain why. I can tell you why. First of all, Frisco, again, is one of the most wicked, evil places around. Most of the evil social media places hail from that area. Last year, Frisco made their own CERN hub. Their own CERN hub. They have their own CERN portal now, for all intents and purposes. Demons have flooded through CERN. I believe CERN will be what's going to help open up the abyss to bring demons all over this world. I believe it's happening right now. And I believe demons have flooded over Frisco even more than before, and Frisco is demon-possessed. God does not play around with wicked and evilness. This whole country is heading for God's pure judgment and wrath.
The Lord is coming again with water and brimstone and fire. Judgment is coming again for everyone, every man.
What will become of poor Cindy now?